Hey y'all, Kinsey Lee here, back with another vlog. Uh, Talked about a lot last time. I'm actually on my way other solo adventure. For some reason, Blake had to find one thing in specific that she didn't really need to make the trip. But my tooth is killing me, and this cold weather, as y'all see, I'm not dressed like a thought, I'm dressed like I'm homeless, basically. This cold weather is affecting my abscess tooth, and yay, America. The only first world country you can die from a fucking abscess tooth,
at the
right?
light, turn.
I know, y'all are asking, Kinsey, why are you going to PetSmart if you have an abscess
Continue
tooth?
on West Willow Street for 2 miles.
As it turns out, once upon a time, I was a prepper. And you learn a lot of stuff when you're a prepper. Fish antibiotics are the same molecularly as human antibiotics. So I'm on my way to get some erythromycin and hopefully knock out this infection in my mouth so I can get back to work. You know what I do for it. So, some good news. I know the last vlog was a lot of dark, negative stuff. And me and Blake are definitely on better terms. So there's that. Intimacy and showing your partner that you care are super important. And she isn't so much the type of person that expresses that through physical intimacy. Like, you know, her idea of showing intimacy, which is as valid as mine, is, you know, rubbing my back, and I love it. I think she gives excellent massages, and she literally makes me melt in her fucking arms every time she does it. She knows it. Mine is more of a passionate, you know, we throw you down to bed and let's make a love type of thing. So, yeah, I mean, take wild guess at what we did. I think one of the things with relationships, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it, one of the most important things is communication, communicating your needs. And one of the things that neither one of us is great at is just that, communication. I get frustrated because I'm very much, I was raised in a military family. My grandparents raised me, both sets of grandparents were Air Force, retired Air Force. Yeah, so you can imagine how my upbringing was. It was like if you were on time, you were late. My career for 15 years was, hang on, make sure I don't miss my turn. My career for the better part of 15 years was EMS, where very much, if you're on time, you're 100% late. But the funny part is, don't expect to get off on time, because that most certainly isn't going to happen, because fuck you, we own you.
You swore that you'd fire me if I came in late again. You swore.
I'll fire you tomorrow.
I'm still trying to figure out how to work these vlogs in a way that, you know, is enjoyable for y'all as far as content goes, and gives y'all kind of a look at what our life is like. My life is a full service sex worker and online sex worker. Her life is having to kind of balance that, and that's a delicate balancing act. And one of the reasons I'm looking for an actual job, we're getting to a point with the OnlyFans that the OnlyFans alone pay most of our bills. But then you also have to take into account the fact that OnlyFans doesn't take taxes out, so I got to put aside 30% of that money in order to pay taxes at the end of the year, right? So I guess I'm kind of looking for, like I said the other day, the thing with escorting and fast money, I've done all the above, I've done pretty much every illegal activity and known to man. And I'm trying to do better these days. I know escorting is still fucking illegal or whatever. But I've been trying to do better. But the thing with fast money in any capacity is fast money goes fast. We haven't really talked about it a whole lot. I told her that obviously I would like for us both to get out of it. Ideally, I'd like to be making enough money just on OnlyFans that, she doesn't have to feel jealous over me working. And I'm very much sorry, guys, if any of my clients if I see this. At the end of the day, even if I have a good time during our time together, which I usually do, still work, and it's not going to happen without, money. So, yeah, it's work for me, but she understandably gets her feelings hurt because I've said work, and that's completely understandable. She told me from the beginning she never really wanted to do solo visits because she just didn't feel comfortable with it. And I'm sure a large part of the reason she wasn't comfortable with it is knowing that it would hurt my feelings. And I can't say if it would have. I mean, actually, yeah, I can. It would have 100% hurt my feelings. So, I don't know. I gotta figure out another way to kind of hold the ends together until we can make money. And we're going to. Boss Bitch Studio is on its way to the top. I've been saying that for what? Since before it was known as Boss Bitch Studio. Got big plans for that too. There's so much stuff that we haven't really talked about from the Twin Flame stuff. Might end up doing a video on my own about that. Just because I've watched a lot of videos, I've read a lot of the literature, and I think it's fascinating with us. Maybe it's because we're trans or whatever, that both of us have characteristics of the runner and the chaser. So the divine masculine and the divine feminine, which would make sense because, hey, we're trans. I'd like to do it from perspective. Everybody knows a couple on here. I can't remember their name, but the one that is trying to sell you their fucking product of, hey, if you buy our product, we guarantee you we will find your twin flame, and then it ends up being somebody that you're not even compatible with, that's in part of their church, and you're miserable, but hey, they gotta be right. They gotta be my twin flame, right? No. The truth of twin flames, and I had a good friend that is involved in the occult and witchcraft, and hey, that's kind of where my beliefs kind of told me that twin flames in reality, like 99% of the time, are compatible in so many ways. Like, basically a twin flame is like, it's the mirror image of you, but you're opposite. So whereas I'm kind of quiet and shy and reserved, she's going to be, kind of boisterous and, outgoing and, what does she call it? Flirty and flighty. Whereas I'm a very critical thinker. She's more grounded in, like the real world, right? But at the same time, the whole point of a twin flame in most situations is you don't combine into, the divine being or whatever, one's divine masculine, one's divine feminine, until after, this life is ended. Like, trying to force it will literally lead to both blown up in flames. Had some weird stuff happen. Same friend actually channeled a god. And normally I'd roll my eyes at that. I'm sorry if you're seeing this girl. Like, I did roll my eyes a little bit. You said something that was just so profound, and that there's no way you could have known it had happened just 2 nights before. Talking about how it wasn't my time to come home and not to do that again. And what I would assume doing that again was something that would get me put in a grippy sock vacation, and we're just not going to talk about it. Another set of my beliefs that Blake helped me realize is that we're all in this thing called life struggling to ascend to godhood. And I don't care what any deity told me, because I've been so close to ascending, and so is she, that I would rather fight with said God and ascend, take my place in this life as a god, goddess, whatever, and declare war on God, because there is no me without her. It's the truth of it. Why do we always talk about heavy shit on here? Let's do a knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Hop on.
Hop on who?
Hop on there.
Hey!
I hate Christmas. Like, screw y'all. I didn't even really get to celebrate Halloween this year because Blake was having some medical issues. Like, normally y'all would have seen me on TikTok with all my little, Halloween transitions, and I have a ton of them. I had this excellent skit with Trump and Joe Biden that I was going to do, and then Joe Biden dropped out of the race. I was like, fuck it, I'm still doing it, right? I still might do it, because, damn it, why not? But, yeah, we didn't get to do any of those, and now we're in hot Christmas season, and I would show y'all the amount of traffic that we're having on a Saturday fucking evening that should not be here, but they're all here because you gotta get Christmas presents. Like, oh my god, I hate it. Oh, there goes my phone. Yes, I got 2 phones. Got 2 phones, one for the plug. I don't know that song. I like Kevin Gates, so I'm a fair weather Kevin Gates fan, I guess. I don't know. I don't get tired. I like that shit. It's just motivational as fuck. You cannot listen to that song and tell me you're not motivated to go, like, break some shit. Like, make shit happen, Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt that he's, a Louisiana boy, so it's always a plus. Kevin Gates, call me.
Call me?
With that said, I'm about to be parking and running into PetSmart. Maybe I'll stop by Five Below too. See if they have anything cool in there. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah. Be right back. So, I feel like I've talked about pretty much everything I have to talk about right now. I did get Veda. See, this is a problem, is that she's Veda to the sex work field. She is Blake to me. She was Anne to my grandmother, so I was just like this. Wait, no. That's an Anne. Rose, because Veda Rose, So, I just confused the names. It's Blake, Veda, and Rose. Yay! Yay! Should go apply at Texas Roadhouse. I feel like back when I used to wait tables through college and shit. Like I worked at Logan's Roadhouse and Outback Steakhouse, and I made bank. Be a nice little side job, you know. Like I'm really looking for something that I can just do, you know, 2-3 days a week. But explaining that gap in employment is hard. Yeah, you see what had happened was I was a hooker and aspiring porn star. Porn is still a possibility, but you know, I get tired of hooking, so sex work is real work though, and fuck y'all if y'all disagree. Y'all go suck a dick for a solid hour and a half with barely any break and tell me that ain't the hardest job you ever had. It's hard to explain. I think the reason that I like sex work, besides, you know, easy money, is the fact that it's more than just physical intimacy or intimacy at all. Sometimes you see these dudes coming in, life has beaten the shit out of them, and they just have no confidence, and seeing them bebop out the door, feeling like they're the shit again just because they had a hot girl that was, you know, catering to their every want and need is a good feeling sometimes. Yeah, you get the assholes. You get the motherfuckers that try to pass off fake hundreds. Hey, I see you, dude. Sucks on some aspects, but it's cool whenever you know you're building somebody up. And I think the fact that I was beaten down so much of my life made me believe that I was less than I was. It's a nice feeling to, you know, help other people feel like they're worth a shit, you know? Because everybody's life holds value unless you're a racist, homophobic asshole and your life is worthless. You should go
Kill yourself?
Not really, just stop being a dick. Like, life's hard enough for everybody else. You don't have to make it harder. You know? You don't. Try not to talk at the light, because, you know, everybody's gonna be looking over here and be like, oh, what's this bitch doing talking to herself?
She's insane.
I'm gonna still be. I know I'm still so tired. Like, I went to sleep like super early last night. I'm usually more of a night person. That's when most of my business comes through. But when you're tossing and turning because your tooth is a 10 out of 10 pain because it's fucking. Still ain't feeling all that great, but I think it's a little bit better today. And after I take those antibiotics, fish antibiotics, yay!
Go America!
I really want to get Veda back in. Veda, Rose, you know, all those, same person. I really want to get Veda back into the vlogging and stuff. So it isn't just all solo adventures, and you know, I think we play well off each other. I mean, I feel like one of the reasons the OnlyFans has been such a success is us playing off each other, and I think that's a really important thing. You know, content creation or anything for that matter. Behind every successful person, I feel like, is their spouse has probably been miserable for months and months, if not years, because that person put their all into making the dream a reality. And I've got to learn how to balance that better. I fully realize that. Not always great at balancing those types of things. And then I have my beautiful fucking future wife thinking that she isn't as important as she actually is to me, and that's a fucking shame.
Shame. Shame.
Back home. So excited. Oh my gosh, this song. Bad 80s baby. Ah, y'all heard it, 80s baby, right? I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, yeah, on my escorting ads, I say I'm 29. Just somehow it doesn't matter if you put over 29 on an escorting ad. Doesn't matter how hot you are. And I'm hot. I'm mad about it if you don't agree. They won't call you. So, yes, I'm 29. I'm proud to have lived as long as I have. Because there's a lot of us out here that don't get to live, you know? Like, shit, half the people that I went to high school with are dead. And it's just like, man, that's wild. Dropping like flies out here. Fentanyl. Like, for the love of God, if y'all do drugs, test your shit.
Turn right onto West Willow Street.
Make sure it ain't got fentanyl in it, like, because that shit is killing us. Like, it is dropping us left and right. It's not cool. If you're gonna do drugs, do them responsibly, man.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs.
Y'all can say what y'all want about Obama, but he was really working towards giving us a great fucking, you know, like all the other first world countries, you know, I don't care what y'all think. My opinion is everybody is deserving of health care. The fact there are people dying from infections that should be easily treated is gross. America, right? I'll put it this way. When I first started working on the ambulance, many a moon ago, they would not cover my medications for my diabetes. I had to have these medications to live. So I self-medicated for the better part of 10, 15 years. They sell over-the-counter insulin at Walmart that is highly ineffective in the grand scheme of things. It just doesn't work as well as, you know, like an insulin pump, stuff like that. And it wasn't until Obama got in office and, you know, did the healthcare reform that my medication, my insulin was covered by insurance. And that's ridiculous. Somebody that's coming to save your life, you know, in your most dire fucking of times, you're telling me that you're not going to cover their medication because it's a pre-existing condition? Get the fuck out of here. I guess that's my only concern with Trump being elected. I mean, why do we keep getting these garbage ass choices? We need better choices as far as who is running our country. Kamala wasn't it. Trump wasn't it.
Make a U-turn, then
Just
turn
my
left
opinion.
onto West Willow Street.
You're free to have yours. You know, the beautiful thing about, you know, being an American and a human being is we're allowed to have differing
Make a U-turn,
opinions. So
then turn left.
I think that's important to
Take the
remember.
next
We can
left
have
toward
differing
West Willow
opinions
Street,
without
then turn
being
left
at
onto
each
West
other's
Willow
throats.
Street.
But I think that's going to be about it for this vlog post. Maybe not, we'll see.
But alas, it was indeed.